Welcome in, everybody. If you could see down at the bottom, that is just your invite to consider hitting the thumbs up, whether you're here live in the stream or you're catching it in the future. This content is absolutely free. I've never charged you guys, never will, and I donate this time away from the family. Hopefully you appreciate that with just a simple thumbs up, as my beautiful wife Sam is upstairs getting the kids to bed. And then I have allowed 1 hour of our time for this stream. And no, you'll never get this. I'm not going to go over. So 1 hour at a time. And it is all about an exciting new product. Also, just to get more to know the owner and just get a feel for the people behind the scenes. And that, of course, is Johnnie Ray. And it is their beard wipes that launched with my video today. So the purpose of today's stream is to go over some of the key details about these beard wipes for you to hear it from the owner and developer himself. But then also the most perfect timing, I had the video launch, so there were some comments of questions and concerns. And so we get to be able to, in long form, transparency ways, address those comments and concerns. And I think that's the best way to do it. Not typing, not little clips, but actually talking about it. So we are going to bring people in. We're going to bring people in. And the people is just Nate in a second here. So if you guys could help me welcome Mr. Nate, a fellow Michigander, a fellow beardsman, and the founder and co-owner. Do not forget about Hannah. She is a website guru, a marketing guru, branding expert, and just does so much with the company. Shout out to Hannah, of course. But please help me welcome Mr. Nate to the stage. Nate,
how's it going?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Busy. Y'all are keeping me busy in the best way.
I've heard. We'll touch on that in a second. But again, guys, just your guys' invite to hit that thumbs up on the stream. If the mics are like absurdly different, let me know if one is too low or too high. If it's splitting hairs, don't be that person. Nobody likes that person. You're not fun at a party. If it's like really, really different, let us know out there, okay? But Nate, I heard from somebody recently that you guys, they received an email saying, hey, be a little bit patient with us. We have had a lot of orders. Doesn't sound like you guys are dying as a company. But with that said, how have things been going for Johnnie Ray lately? What's the rush of orders been like? Are you caught back up? Just kind of give people a state of the Johnnie Ray address.
Yeah, absolutely. We are dying over here. Dying to catch a break. No,
right. To breathe.
It's right. To breathe. No, truthfully, it's been overwhelming, but in the best way. Orders are being caught up. We have, I was talking with a couple other company owners and, we have similar mindsets as far as emergency reserves. And, I've never ran out of product ever once in my entire, this is our 4th year so far. So I've always kept things in stock and I've always kept supplies. This was the first time that the emergency reserves got wiped out. And thankfully, the people that we work with, they're so fast with shipping. I know they probably get just as many, if not double, triple, quadruple the amount of orders being, ingredients suppliers. So yeah, we were able to get products in. Products are made. Products are being packed, and we are working through most of the Black Friday orders are caught up. We're just on the tail end of those, and this weekend we have all of the submissions for the customs. So those have all come in, and we're going to knock those out. Go knock those out this weekend. So. Like I said, you guys have been keeping me busy, but I dreamed of this years ago. This is what I hoped for. So I can't be upset or anything when the plate is full of what I was asking for.
Right. I know. When I talk about being busy, I hope it never comes off as a complaint because I wanted every bit of this, every bit of it. So yes. And guys, if you have questions, like Moose has a question, I've starred that question. I do have a commonly asked questions section. And so if we don't address your question in that section, we'll get to your guys' questions there. And Leo and Craig, thank you guys for the feedback. Hopefully the mics I adjusted on the volume side, so hopefully it's better now. But yeah, guys, we'll get everything going for this, and yeah, the custom scents. There's so many exciting things. And guys, we are at triple digits. Thank you for spending an hour of your Friday nights with us. Again, just see if you hit that thumbs up. And if you want to share it with a friend, I think this is going to be valuable throughout. Now, we are going to go right into the show of information, and then that will lead us into the time where we have a little bit of kind of wiggle room for questions and conversations to see where we go. And JP, always full of fresh perspective and wisdom, says, "I never worry about shipping times from small batch beard companies. It gets here when it gets here. I've got enough on the shelf to tide me over until the new stuff arrives." And I love that. I respect that so much.
Yeah, always appreciate it, especially, in the season of, Black Friday, holidays, just delayed shipping in general. We actually were expecting some of those products to be delivered even days before. And, I was like, I ordered, so quick little story time. I ordered some blue tansy, and then I was like doing some math calculations, and I was like, okay, we're about to order another round of blue. And when I order blue tansy, I order a lot, and it's not cheap. So I was like, let's just make another order. Let's get it on priority. And I watched them. They both actually left the same day. I was like, oh, they must just be on their shipping. Great. One is at least priority. The other one, it'll get here when it needs to or whatever. I watched them go to the same places. And I was just like, oh, man, did they not actually ship one priority? No, they did. Both of them shipped priority. And it actually, one did arrive a day before the other one. So I was like, okay, you could, at least somehow I got the one before. It was still like 3 days later than expected. But also having good connections with the post office people, I sent a text to one of the employees who, I'm friends with there, and all of them have beards and stuff. And I'm like, hey, any word on this? And he's like, actually, it literally just arrived here like 4 minutes ago. This single truck dropped this one package off.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 4 minutes.
Right. Hold it.
Literally.
Emily says, "I have Johnnie Ray to thank for introducing Craig to Blue Tansy. It quickly became a favorite. Oil, we love every single Blue Tansy product. And tonight's not about that, but guys, do yourself a favor. Try Blue Tansy. It's in Beard right now. It's absolutely incredible. And as Nate said, you guys can look it up and do it yourself. It's not a cheap ingredient, but it's worth it. It is so dang worth it, man. It really is. Yep, really, really is. Beard saver, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Again, if you're liking the stream, hit that thumbs up. It is greatly appreciated. And we do have a question section where we will answer all the good questions. Tonight is not like a general question stream, but if you have questions about product recommendations, sincerely reach out to me. Dan C. Bearded on Instagram or Dan_command@yahoo.com. And I'd be happy to help with your particular requests and needs. Reach out and I got you here. But if you're looking for a non-stripping wash, you can get it at Walmart and Target. Genuinely baby wash or Duke Cannon. If you can, neither are going to be as good as a good quality beard product. But if you're in a pinch, right there. Okay. So here we go. Is that my package on the right? It's in there somewhere, Vic. Yep, it's in there somewhere. So the beard wipes are out right now officially. And Nate, do you want to touch? They heard from me in the video today. Do you want to touch on just some of the key points that we see on the screen here, from the size, the package, what they do, or what they're made to do, and then the price?
Yeah, of course. So as you kind of mentioned in the video earlier, we tested a bunch of different sizes. We tested different solutions. We tested different material.
Oh yeah.
Some of them were just different feeling. And overall, we ended up going with the least abrasive, most generally acceptable, just the skin safe, sensitive type. I know for myself, it was the one that I had the least, the least concern about.
Yeah, there was no residue.
Standpoint.
It didn't leave your hands sticky. It was the right formula for a beard. Yep. And it was the right material. And there were a couple others that were close on material. Yep. And we looked at some hemp-based things and some other options. And so trust us, guys, this was a lot of testing and a lot of research.
Yeah, and so we ended up going with the, like I said, um, the one that I think would draw the least problems, across the mass appeal. And the hemp one specifically, we liked them, but
Yeah,
if we ever wanted to ship them internationally, it just becomes an immediate problem. So
100%.
as far as like the pricing, what it's kind of a fun story. Originally, we were just going to come with the 25 pack, and it was just going to be 16.99. We didn't want to complicate it too much, just right out of the gate. We ordered some of the pouches, and we get the pouches in, and I'm looking at this and I'm just like thinking like voluminously, if that's a word. I'm like, this is not gonna fit 25 in here. And we fit them in there, and I was like, somehow we comically undersized the what we thought were the 25 pack. Yeah, you can fit these in your hand pretty much, right? Not gonna fit 25 in there. So when we got these, we were like, okay, we have to make a slight pivot. We ordered an immediate, rush order on the 25, the right size, because we actually had their sample packs that arrived later than they should have, which have all their different sizings and all the stuff. We just had to kind of guess based on what we could, work up in our mind. Yeah, wasn't it? Anytime you have to rush with marketing and stuff like that, you're gonna run into a misprint or an error or just something. You just need the time. And unfortunately, we were just pushed up against the wall with getting the packs or the wipes delivered and all that sort of stuff. So we had the last minute decision to say, okay, well, we're not going to waste this really great pouch that already looks great, and it's the size we actually wanted it to be, because the 25 pack is it's not small.
Right.
It's a decent size.
Just
So
it is what it is. Yeah.
exactly. So in our mind, this was what we wanted to fit 25 in, but it fits 10. So give someone the option if they want, just to, hey, we want to just try this out, and or just the convenience of, I might not use 25. Maybe I'm only going to need 10. Maybe I go out to eat, 10 times a year, and I want to make sure that I've got it, got it covered or something like that.
Yep. Yep. And guys, I am starring your questions along the way. And yeah, after that, I mean, pretty self-explanatory what these are made to do, but you want to touch on that, Nate?
Yeah, of course, of course. So it's realistically, I see it as like one half step below being able to wash my beard. So washing your beard, that's just the full Monty, right? If I'm out camping and I'm like really camping, not like you got camping, but there's like showers down the way and all the nice amenities that people usually have when they go camping.
Yeah.
If I'm actually roughing it, as we call it, I'm able to use this beard wipe, and it's gonna do a really good job of, cleaning and spot treating. So, like, if you have something that's in your beard, like sauce or ketchup, or we did some testing with them, and they get, syrup is my biggest nemesis. It's all I've tried every which way I can. Like, do I dip it? Do I let it try to soak in? Either way, it's always in my beard. So, yeah, it just does a really good job of removing and cleaning without leaving it feeling weird. Because I know that's part of what we experience with some of the other solutions and different wipes. So
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And again, there truly the options are going to be endless. Nate and I both saw people comment in the video and they're like, I'll use it for this. And we're like, oh my gosh, never thought of that. Of course. And it's just going to keep coming.
yeah, and that's the cool part is like just because I have what I think these could be used for in my mind, somebody else is going to come out and say, "Oh, well, these could also be this," and it's the options are endless. It's a beard wipe, but you know, it, yeah, it's endless.
Yep. And then I know the answer to this, but Dylan asked a great perceptive question. Does the bag still say 25 or are you able to change it?
Oh,
So
yeah,
both.
yeah, right. So we were, when you have a misprint or an issue like this where the sizing isn't correct, there are things that you can do And luckily for us, it was in a position where just a small little sticker could just go right over the top. So
Yep.
not what we
Easy.
exactly want, but it's not worth losing the cost of the opportunity for using the pouch.
Yep.
So
Yep. Time and cost for price. Yep.
yep.
All right. And then just a couple quick things. We've touched on several of these already, most of them actually, but
Yeah.
I think like unscented is probably one of the biggest ones. But any other one you want to go deeper on here?
I mean, so the perfect purpose built for beards. The ingredients list is really short. Purposely, there were a couple others that were a little bit longer, and I just thought, for what it's worth, we want as simple
Yep.
as simple of a solution as possible, and this is as close to not I don't want to say as close to just taking a paper towel with water, because it does have some of the cleansing factors in it,
Yep.
but it's just that next level. And I don't know if anyone else is like me, but I am often finding like that I'll just be able to pull out a paper towel out of my pocket at any given time, and I don't know why, but this was probably just like fate that I was the one that needed to bring this to the market, because you don't want to pull out a paper towel and use it in your beard. You just don't really want to do that. So.
Right. Right. Yep. And then, yeah. And some of these, I think I want to touch more on the commonly asked questions. And so, yeah, great. And you guys are asking great ones too. Let's just keep this thing moving. And I mean, we've touched on these as well. You guys have done such a good job today of asking questions and bringing up points, and all of what we touched there already, the different ways at work, gym, traveling, outdoor, festival, camping. If you're real, it's not as good as a beard wash, but it will be better than nothing. It'll be better than water. You got some options there. Now, let's go ahead and get into the common questions and concerns. And then I have 10 questions starred in case we don't hit any of these ones. And Nate and I will kind of tag team these things. There's some stuff that probably comes off better from me, not being an owner. I have no ownership in these. It is a collab, but I only have the credit as a normal affiliate. So if you use my link and use my code, the credit is there, you guys. And so the ingredients are right on the site. I'm actually going to touch on that in a second. So hold on to that question, Jacob, and I'll get into that one. But cost. So strictly, we're not talking about like comparative cost, but strictly cost. There are some people that are like, whoa, why do they cost so much? And here's my biggest point to lead with is one of the most common questions in the video today was, why has no one thought of this? Why have no small batch companies done this? Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this? This is genius. And the answer, that's another good one, Shep. I'll have that one for right here. And the answer is because it's a very comprehensive and expensive process. It's not as simple as Nate buys this and they are 20 cents per piece and then he sells them. And then you got to factor in the bag. That's another 20 cents per order. No. When you do this, you have one-time fees with the manufacturer. You have so many things that go into this. It is a very expensive process. And then when you do it because it's needed in the market and people want it, you're going to get an accurate price that is there to make a profit. It's a business. It's not a nonprofit. And then you're going to have people bashing you because of the price. And so then people are like, why have nobody done this? Why are you charging so much? And it's like, listen, you can't have both sides. You can't want somebody to do it and then bash them for the price here. So you get what you pay for. Nate absolutely could have gone way cheaper and used cheaper ingredients, cheaper materials, and just found a much easier way to get it out to you guys for 25 cents a piece. That could have happened. But not talking about the alternative comparison here, Nate, anything else on why it costs so much? Maybe give a glimpse to the people without giving too much of what the process is like and the fees involved and everything. It is. You pay for innovation. So, yeah, what else is there to add there?
Yeah. So the minimum order quantity is what is going to be the biggest barrier to entry. To put it to you this way, I spent considerably more on this project than it took me to launch my business.
Say that again one
So
more time for the people.
it took me considerably more money to bring this project to life than it did to launch my business.
One more time for me, you guys. The entire Johnnie Ray company to launch cost less than the beard wipes to launch. And
Considerably.
so consider, like, it's not like, oh,
Not
it's
close.
a couple hundred off. It wasn't even close. And so for the people that were so, like, and this is the thing that kills me, is people get so angry about price and they assess nefarious intentions. And they're like, you're ripping people off, you're charging so much, shame. I had people messaging me, shame on you, Dan, how could you endorse this, and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, you have no idea what goes into this. But also on my side, the concept of, I see stuff every single day that's out of my price range. I drove by a G-Wagon today, literally drove by a G-Wagon, which is a like small SUV from Mercedes. Sam was like, why would I want a Cube? That thing is so ugly. And I'm like, man, that's like 250 grand too. And I'm like, it's not for me, but dude, I'm so happy that it's there for those that want it. Like, but I'm not flipping them off when I drive by. I'm not online posting messages about people's post of their G-Wagon and being like, that's so expensive, that's so bad. Like, I have a Chevy truck. I'm not going and bashing the GMC trucks that are more expensive, you know, and we'll get into alternatives. But this cost more than his company did to start. And this is a huge thing here. People need to, I showed Shark Tank. I taught economics in my history class. I showed Shark Tank to my students. You gotta watch a straight up small business show that's entertaining and fun to really have any comment. Oh, Craig, yeah. No, even browse through the videos. I had a dude who's in the streams and who is a regular of the channel who messaged me and said, shame on you. And almost always, and I will say this 100% true to give them a little bit of grace, it's almost always has to do with their day. I guarantee they had a rough day. I guarantee payday Friday's next Friday. It's not today. They're in between the bye week. I guarantee they didn't get as much sleep last night. I guarantee maybe their wife was a little bit sassy to them this morning. Maybe a coworker was annoying, and they took it out on me. It was an easy thing because they saw a heavy price tag. But yeah, I literally had somebody that comments regularly that most of you would be shocked, and they said, shame on you for endorsing this. And so it's just simply how this works. And yeah, still one of my favorites is I had multiple people unsubscribe because of the name Ouija and stuff. Just so silly, like just so dang silly. And you got to pay for quality. I mean, it is what it is, you know. And Emily's right. Do people understand if you don't like an aspect of something, they can look elsewhere for something more suited to their taste? No one's making you buy this. Nobody's required to do anything. It's pretty simple. And so, unfortunately, that's just the territory. And Nate and I aren't ones that are going to let any of that bother us and stuff. We talk about them and we're just like, you know, it is what it is. And this was in a very expensive process. And that was with Nate super haggling and like getting them down to numbers that most companies probably couldn't get them down to, because Nate's very good at negotiations and talking in a professional setting. He went the extra mile, and me and Hannah are probably the only people that have ever seen that side and know how much went into that.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I think about, and this is kind of what dawned on me, is what would somebody pay, you know, in a situation for, I just spilled barbecue sauce in my beard. I know I would pay a single $1 if I had to. Like,
if it was
here's
at
a dollar
B-Dubs
bill.
and they were like,
Yeah.
hey, we have this like beard thing for you. It's $1 at the like dispenser thing. All day.
Right. But just like, you know, it's something that is convenient. It isn't, you know, it's convenient, and it wasn't there in the market.
No.
We saw an opportunity, and it took some time too. It was, I was looking back at my messages, and I remember reaching out to the person who, funny story, I didn't even finish the project with. The guy that I started working with,
Yeah.
he either got fired or went and worked with a different company. There was like this lapse of time where I just didn't hear anything. and I just got a random email from another person at the company saying, "Hey, I'm so and we're going to pick it up and take over from here." And I was
And it
like,
was the
"Oh,
best
okay."
switch ever.
Single best thing that happened in the
Yeah.
process. Yes.
We got lucky, you guys. We got lucky.
Yes, we really did. We really did, because the person who picked it up, he was. I'm very happy to work with him, and I can't wait to work with him again in the future here. So
Yeah.
um,
And Emily's right. Like, people, again, I always talk about this, but unfortunately I have to see it every day. People complain about big companies, but then want the convenience of those companies and the cost of those companies. If they saw this on the shelf at Target or Walmart, they probably wouldn't bat an eye paying $16.99. But because it's online, because they get this like hyper like aware online talk, that you're right. I mean, it's so interesting. And yeah, as JP said, I still don't understand that, because my mind doesn't work that way. People getting worked up about how others spend their money. Guys, spending money in our economy is fantastic for everyone else. So if you guys want to go spend money on a G-Wagon, please do. That helps out the U.S. economy. I'm great with that. And so it doesn't bother me. Go do your thing, even if I don't agree with it. You know, it's such an interesting concept. Yeah. Nate, what if people, I know this one, but if people need to direct to your website, here, we'll just walk them through it, actually.
yeah, I was gonna say it should be right on the very first like hero image when you pop up like
Yep.
that.
And then
If you
also,
just click that shop now, but if you go into the shop button up top there,
yeah, and it does pop up at the very top as well, you guys. But yeah, if you go to shop, and then from there,
you could
what's
go
that?
under new. You could go right under new. It should be immediately there. It'll also probably be under.
I saw it under and it's not under new yet. That is one thing
it's not?
I would add.
okay.
Yeah. But I found it under wash, conditioner, and soaps.
Okay.
Yep.
Hannah's gonna take care of that. She just actually added it. It looks
Oh,
like.
perfect.
So yep.
So wash, conditioner, soaps, or just on the homepage, guys, right up at the top there. You can find that bad boy.
Awesome.
Okay. So cool. Great question. Yep. Great question. Okay. And we know, guys, most 99% of people get that this isn't just something that happens overnight. It costs money. Nate's not out here gouging people. And one thing I will say on price too, this was about as skinny as it can get as far as margins go for Chris, I'm going to show the wipes and stuff. That's a good question. It's about as skinny of a margin as a company could go right now, with actually trying to make a profit and not just give it to everybody for free and hope that you don't have a negative penalty. But what I will say is there is a chance that these prices go down in the future. People, and this kind of leads me into my next one, they talk about cheaper alternatives, and they're like, hey, I can go get this big pack of baby wipes. I can go get this. Yeah, for sure. You can also go support Procter & Gamble. You can also go support Johnson & Johnson, these massive conglomerates, which, if you guys understand, Leo commented about purchasers earlier. When you buy things, the larger the quantity you buy, the lower the cost. So, for example, people will be like, how can Honest Amish make money selling a 2-ounce oil for like $12? They only have really one oil. They buy massive amounts of their supplies, and then they can charge a little bit less, but they also are selling it everywhere so they can have smaller margins. So that's part of it, is how can other wipes go for less? Procter & Gamble and Johnson & Johnson have much bigger orders. And so hopefully this goes well. And then in the future, it's tough when you start trying to teach economy, but I hope we can all at least have a baseline understanding. Hopefully in the future, as this grows, Johnnie Ray will be able to lower the price a little bit. But to specifically talk on cheaper alternatives, guys, there will always be cheaper alternatives to everything in life. Everything in life. The car you're driving right now, there's a cheaper alternative. Oh, Dan, you don't know there's a cheaper alternative. And both of them will get you from point A to B. But what is the experience like? What is the safety like? What is the quality like? Many alternatives, like if you search beard wipes on Amazon, there are beard wipes right now. None of us have ever heard of them. None of us have ever heard of the company that's behind them. But look at the ingredients. Are there alcohols? Oh, are there other abrasive ingredients? And are there mineral oils and petroleum products? Oh, that's now worse. Or are there options like people mentioned, baby wipes? For sure. But are those baby wipes individually wrapped so you can have a 1-pack? Do the baby wipes smell like baby wipes? Do the baby wipes come in a huge thing where most of the guys aren't carrying around a baby purse or a baby backpack to be able to transport it? You know, DIY is always an option. You can always use a paper towel and get it damp, right? You're always going to have guys that, for example, with beard products will say, I don't need any of that frissy, sissy stuff. Just put it in a bottle, give it to me. I don't need a label. I don't need a picture. I don't need packaging. Just give me the stuff that works. Understood. But this is about convenience. This is about smelling like a man. This is about having quality that's not going to harm the beard. And it's just made for beards and for you guys. Absolutely, you can pursue other cheaper alternatives. We'll never tell you to stop. If you want to do DIY beard oils, do it. But I'm not as good as many of these companies. Many of you aren't as good as these companies. And so, thoughts, Nate, on alternative options here?
I mean, yeah, like you said, there's always going to be something out there, a DIY, heck, you don't have to go grocery shopping if you want to grow your own food at home. You could get a cow, you could plant a garden, and really throw back to not having any of the conveniences that modern society affords us.
For sure.
It's just at what level do you want to participate in that convenience factor? And honestly, based on the understanding that I have of the wipes market, I know that sounds so strange to just say.
Yeah.
It's on the rise, and it's only getting bigger and bigger because people are drawn to that convenience. And truthfully, we knew coming in that there were going to be people that had every one of these concerns. None of these concerns are unfounded by that we're like, oh man, we've been blindsided. Let's go
fine to
scrap
ask,
the whole project. In that case, we never intended for this product to be for those people. There are people out there that want this product, and that's kind of why we made it.
Yep. And Leo kills it right here. John Ruskin. There's nothing on earth that some man cannot make a little worse and sell a little cheaper. He who buys on price alone is that man's lawful prey. Whoo! Golly, does that hit. And as I get older, that resonates with me so much more as I get older. Truly. JB says, I could always carry around a sink and wash, conditioner, blow dryer with me, but why would I need wipe? Exactly. Yep. So dang true. Yeah, man, absolutely is. Yep. And there's so many good questions, guys, so many good comments. We're going to keep this going so we can kind of just keep addressing yours. And the alternatives, any father out there has been through the baby wipes, and you felt the difference in quality and the finger pushing through and just being super cheap. It makes a difference, right? It truly makes a difference, guys. If you're aware of Johnnie Ray, I don't know if I've used this term much at all. They are a true premium company. From the ingredients that are used, from the packaging, from the branding, from the website to the customer experience, from buying to customer service to everything, they are premium. And that does come with a price tag on their end and the consumer's end. Is that for everyone? No, absolutely not. And Nate doesn't want it to be for everyone. But it is an option that's out there for people that want convenience, that want the best. This is a beautiful, beautiful option.
I'm just still dwelling on the fact that y'all don't do the double wipe, double up.
I double. Yeah, I double.
Okay,
I
I
double.
was just making sure that.
No.
You don't have to double.
No, I don't single anything. Not toilet paper, not wipes, not anything. No, you. Okay. That's way too risky to not fold over. You have to fold over. We're not getting the boop. It ain't happening. Not poking through. And then the last one. And I thought this was valid, even though the the comments on this came with a little bit of assumptions and giving a little bit of tone. Dan, you didn't cover the ingredients. Dan, you didn't cover the ingredients. Here's a little fun fact, guys. I don't ever cover water-based ingredients on the reviews. I might highlight something that makes it unique and differentiate it, right? If there's like an aloe in there or an activated charcoal, something like that. But I don't pull up the ingredient list. I don't read beard wash ingredients. Why? An actual 99.9, as far as out as you want to take it, percentage of people watching have zero understanding of water-based products. I could read the scientific names, but you're not going to know what they are, and it's going to sound like I'm talking down to you guys. I don't do that because I don't like to be talked down to. Also, even if you do Google them, the most important aspect of any ingredient in a water-based product would be the ratios. There are preservatives. There are active ingredients that are fantastic, but if you put it on one of those like app scanners, it's like, warning, can cause cancer, can kill you. And it's like, yeah, if I drink a bottle of it, we have 0.02% in this bottle for a preservative, perfectly safe, perfectly fine. Too much of any good thing is bad. You can't understand the ratios because it's patented. No one is proprietary. No one knows what they are. And it's just something that would be a fool's errand. There's no reason to go over these scientific names. Oil, balms, and butter, everybody can understand. Much more simple to get and understand why they're there and how they're there. I don't cover them on water-based because there's no reason to. If you're a chemist and you want to have that deep conversation with me, show me a message, man. I'll talk this stuff all day. And Nate kind of said the same thing. He's like, I would love to go over the ingredients in conversation, not in a text, not in a clip, but in a conversation. And so this what, if you guys know me, everything I do is purposeful. I rarely ever like, oh, I glossed over that or I missed that. Like, it's very, very purposeful. And it's not that I'm hiding the ingredients. I just don't cover them because it doesn't make sense to. And this is no different. It's essentially a version of a beard wash, just in wipe form. And so, guys, no withholding anything here. And here's the craziest thing ever. The ingredients are on the website. People are like, if you didn't cover it in a video, shame on you, you're hiding. Guys, they're on the website. Like, just click the website. It's 2 clicks and you got them. So I just had to make sure I addressed that one because a couple people were like, why would you ignore those? Like, I didn't. That's not the case with me. So yeah, just understand.
You addressed it too. You said
I
they're
know.
beard safe. Like what
I know.
more do you need from a person who reviews beard care products on thousands of other videos to say, well, this is the one he's trying to fool us now on?
Yeah, I know. It's like, and I didn't want to have to go line for line and like rebuttal people and be like, actually, if you go to the 8th minute and 37th second, I addressed exactly what you were talking about. It's just, and here's a great one. So this is how you ask. Leo says, without speaking to individual ingredients, can you say anything about Johnnie Ray's ingredients compared to, say, Beard Bro, which is a little smaller and cheaper? I don't know about the fabric. Yeah, so I have tried other options. Almost all of them, the fabric was much cheaper and thinner. On the ones available online, I'm not going to speak to any names in particular, they did have alcohols, and I'm not talking the long chain fatty alcohols that are good. They had bad alcohols, abrasive alcohols, cleaning alcohols, which are fine for your hands and other things. Don't recommend for your beard. If you guys remember on COVID times, there were beard sanitizers that came out. Now, Dr. Nick's had one that used hypochlorous acid, which is wonderful, has acid in the name. Very scary, Dan. Acid. No, it's good. They didn't have any alcohol. Every other beard sanitizer on the market during COVID had alcohol, and a bad alcohol. And so you would think, hey, but why would these companies make things that are going to hurt the beard? Guys, look up the OGX lawsuit. It's a Johnson & Johnson product that went out, and I'll let you guys get into the details of it, but there may or may not have been a company that was aware of ingredients that were making hair fall out, and they still ran the shampoo in the stores, even though they got sued and said, we will stop selling this. They don't care. These big conglomerates, if they're making money, they're good with it. So, Leo, to answer you, no harsh alcohols like I see with the other ones, no petroleum products like I see with the other ones, and just better, more gentle, and simple ingredients. Simple ingredients. Yeah, fatty alcohols are the good ones, right? Citral alcohol is a great one. They're the non-fatty alcohol. So yeah, it's same thing, man. Yep, same thing. And so that would be the reason why I didn't cover the ingredients, guys. It's just such a loaded bag. Okay. I think that was the last one there. Beautiful. All right. I have some questions here. Nate, anything that's burning you before the questions?
No, I don't think there are. Nothing
Perfect.
pressing.
Nate types angry. Yeah, your mic picks up the keystrokes, really, and you are an aggressive typer. He's replying to comments. Oh yeah?
No, I was doing some quick little side research while you were talking.
Oh, I know. He was looking at the other ones. But Moose says, and some of these we may have answered, guys, so please be patient. But I'm most curious about the wipes better than a damp paper towel. Is it all convenience? Is there stuff in the ingredients that make it better? I think this is like the key question that most guys are going to ask. So, Nate, what would be your elevator pitch of, I can just run to the B-Dubs bathroom and use the sink and use the paper towel. Is there anything in here that actually does anything? Is it just convenience? What am I paying for?
I mean, there are one, it is convenience, and
it is.
Two, there are cleaning ingredients. I'm gonna pull up the actual ingredients. I'll tell you which ones they are. But they are. Let me see. Put the ingredients here.
And there's great things in here, even outside of the cleaning, like glycerin. Why is there glycerin? Yeah. Well, it helps not take away the oils from your beard and spread this evenly, right? Without glycerin, it's just going right where you put it. That helps it spread out. That's much better than not having it.
Yeah, so it's the, I don't know if I'm saying this right, cocamidopropyl betaine. I believe that is a surfactant, and that is basically what in like a beard wash would cause like bubbles, right?
The lather.
The lather. Sorry, the gentle cleansing aspect.
Yep.
And it's derived from coconut, so it's it's natural, soft type of deal. So yeah, there are benefits to using a wipe versus water. Now, if you were to have like a tiny little squirt of like beard wash and you went into the bathroom and did your thing, I can't beat that. I can't beat that yet.
It washes better, yeah.
Exactly. But that's the thing. You're just using more of what we are giving you in a more concentrated form, which is going to give you that lather. This isn't, you might get a tiny bit, but you're not going to get like a beard lather out of a wipe.
Yep.
So, but
great question.
To answer that, it does have the cleaning aspect, the surfactants, the aloe. It's just an all around, good product that you don't need to rinse out, essentially.
Yes. And then here was the other one. I should have put this on the commonly asked questions. Shep, great question. And I loved Nate's open and honest answers in the comments today. Shep says, are they biodegradable?
No, and the reason you know this is because there's a giant thing here that says do not flush.
Yep.
I believe that if it's not non-biodegradable, that you have to legally have this on the front. And part of the reason is because of some of the synthetic material that keeps the wash or the wipe able to stay wet.
Yep.
So it's like it's a give and take. We definitely understand sustainability, and it's just at the end of the day, I do believe that there is a give and take, and this is one of those things where it would be a take situation. So
in this situation, again, do you want poking through? Well, okay, that's the biodegradable side. And here's my take, and people will flaw me for this, but I'm just being open and honest. Do you know how many baby wipes get thrown away in the world on a daily basis? I promise you got, and the ones that are not biodegradable, don't even think the U.S. Think about other countries where price is even more of a tipping point. I promise you, if you take every beard wipe that's going to sell in the next 100 years, it will not match 1 day of baby wipes going into the landfill tomorrow. And that is a promise. But Dan, it doesn't make it okay. Hey, sure. But I do live in reality, and I do understand that this is the most literal drop in an ocean that you could imagine. And is that the tippity top of my priorities with this? No. And people will get angry and they'll say shame on me and they'll judge me for that. But at least I can say it with my chest and be proud of answering honestly when a lot of people won't answer. I didn't think of biodegradability when I had these. Is that a slight lapse in my thought process that I should have covered? Probably. But it wasn't a big question in my mind. And yeah, let's somebody AI it. What's the estimated number of baby wipes per day for the world?
That's
for the
insane.
world.
It's got.
Moose.
I mean, just think about it. If you use how many infants or people under, or I guess even older people, I don't know. You might be.
Oh
on
yeah.
both ends of the spectrum there. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But no, Shep, that makes a lot of sense. I saw your follow up there. Just understanding what your footprint is
Yeah.
to the world. That's a responsible, conscientious thing to be aware about. So.
And I'll never, ever, ever fault someone for that. Yep.
No.
Never,
But it does
never fault someone for that.
Right. But then it's, you have to think about it. It's like, well, if I'm making this effort here, do I then have to keep it across the board and make that effort every decision? Or it's like, do I make the decision, 4 times a day? Do I get to pick which ones I'm more conscious about? And if everybody did 5 things, then we're all okay. Yeah.
On average,
Oh, wow.
there are 274 million wipes
Man.
used per day. And these are baby wipes, no other wipes. Strictly talking baby wipes. Per year, you guys? Per year? That is looking at over 100 billion baby wipes a year. And again, understanding your footprint, your priorities, nowhere near anywhere judging someone. But if you think we're going to even make a sneeze into that problem, that's crazy. Like that's crazy. And so huge numbers there, but very fair question. Very, very fair question. And this is a great one too. Life expectancy. And then there are a couple of people commenting about, do they dry out? Can it be in your pocket? Can it be in a car? What is any information you have on shelf life and expectancy for these? And again, guys, when you open a baby wipe pack, that bad boy is good for a couple of days, no matter how you seal it up. This thing is individually wrapped. Go find baby wipes individually wrapped that are safe for the beard. I'll wait.
So, excuse me, the Sprite is coming back. No, the life expectancy are so It's funny because when I was talking to them about that, they gave me 2 years for sure, and then they said, but we don't know. It could be longer because they don't test the solution. It'll degrade at a certain percentage over time, and they just stop testing it for whatever. They just say at this point you can retest it and get and basically understand what that looks like. But they gave me 2 years, and I thought that's a pretty good pretty good amount of time, considering most of the products we work with are all natural, and I'm trying to make sure that people are getting things that haven't been made for less than 2-3 months.
Yeah.
The 2 years, we got this.
Yeah. And I have not been able to test longevity in the heat because it's winter here, but I have had these in my pocket, have had 0 issues. People asked about if they're wet. So let me go here. Let me go ahead and show you guys exactly what this is like and this experience. So opening it up again, individually wrapped, and it is absolutely damp. It is not dripping. I can get a little bit out. So yeah, I mean, right on the laptop there. Why not add a little bit of Mountain Dew? We're partying. But these are wet. It's not like sopping wet or anything, but I mean it's you can wring them out. They're going to give you some of that moisture.
You can feel it too. Like when you're squeezing a pack, you can kind of feel some of that retained moisture in the in the cloth there. And the to give you an idea about like storage, you want to keep them below, I think it was like 86 degrees and above like 40 degrees
Moist.
is the recommendation.
Yeah, they are moist. That would be the word for it. But again, guys, this is the size. I am a larger than average human male, and this is even folded over. This is on my hand here. This is a good size on these ones. Yep, really, really good size too. And they're just good. And here's, like JP says, I see myself using after gas. There is no residual. There's no stickiness. Like all the dads out there have used baby wipes and you're just like, I hate the way I smell. I hate the way I feel afterwards. There's nothing here. There's nothing.
And if you're not a fan of lotion, which I know you're not.
No, I hate
that same thing. Growing up, I always was like, my mom would be like, oh, you need lotion. I'd put lotion on and I'd be like, okay, I'm done with it. What do I do?
Right. How do I get this off?
She goes, well, you don't do anything with it. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So...
Yep. And Craig, yeah, Arizona summers, I don't know much what you can keep in your car in Arizona summers, so probably not the most ideal situation.
Yeah, you could probably get away with it for like a day or two, but I wouldn't do something long term. It's going to just degrade,
for sure,
as time goes on. So.
Great question here. They are unscented. I mean, there is no smell to this other than a little naturalness, but not really anything. In the future, if this goes well, any chance to start getting them scented with an essential oil or a fragrance?
So if we ever do like something like that, it would have to be very selective because the minimum order quantity is so high. Obviously, if we get to a point where we're just ordering these by the millions and millions, sure, we could try to play with different smaller batches to see. But how about this? We'll do you one better. We're working on something, and it was funny because I actually was talking with Corey from Weatherbeard, and he brought up a couple good points to this. Is that we want to kind of create a refresh spray that you could use in unison with this wipe.
Yeah.
That would be something that we could 100% easily scent. And I'm thinking it's going to be a very, very, very lightweight spray. It'll be all natural, all oil-based. I really, really, really like what we've done with hemisqualane, and we have some more stuff that we plan to use it with and for. And so I do believe there's an option or an opportunity for like a refresh spray. You wipe it down, take this out, just a quick little spritz, and think of an actual like spray, quick little comb through, and you're good to go.
Yeah. And Craig, right on time, reapply oil after these. I've never felt the need to, but what Nate's talking about there is, let's say it's midday and many guys do a midday routine anyway. Maybe this is the cleaning portion of it, and then you have that refresh spray. So
yes.
Possibly in the future something similar, but I genuinely don't feel it's needed. My beard does not dry out because of these.
No, yeah, it's not from a need standpoint. This would be just from and it's funny because what came first, the chicken or the egg? These actually came first, but the idea was the refresh spray.
Yeah.
That morphed into beard wipes because we were like, we want something that can actually cleanse. And then I thought, okay, well, now that we've cleansed, is there something that's not like because you don't need a full oil treatment. That's the thing. You need something that's lighter. You need something that's like, I want to say water-based, but I don't want to get into water-based.
Kind of facial toner-based.
Yeah, I don't like that because it's not something I feel as comfortable working with. And I know that hemisqualane still has some secrets to give, so got to unlock them.
And John, loaded question, but he asked, unscented baby wipes occasionally clean the beard. Is that bad? There are some that I'm sure are fine for the beard, just straight up honest. There's some that are going to be really bad for the beard. So just do your research, check out the ingredients if that's what you're set on. Michael, can it be used on other parts? If it's safe for the beard, it's safe for most areas, my friend. In Miles, it would be more on the gentle side. Nothing stripping about this. And then, Nate, if this doesn't meet the sales expectations for how much was invested into it, how negatively could this affect the rest of the business? I have faith, but is it a make it or break it thing?
No, and the beautiful thing about this is that because of the way that we came into this industry, and I left a job, a really great job, because of the situation that we're in with Hannah. And she has a marketing job and does some really crazy stuff alongside of what she does with this business. We've been able to really do some of these projects with less risk. And now what I say, it's not like, if this somehow went belly up and we couldn't, if I had to give away every one of these as a like thank you for your order for the next 150 200,000 orders, oh well, you know what I mean? Like
there's value.
That would exactly, and it wouldn't have any impact as far as that, because we've done a lot of reinvesting what we do, just because I have the interest of growing and innovating and just giving as much to this as I can.
All right. Let me speak on that. What Nate is trying to say that he can't, that I say, is I work with a lot of business owners in the beard product industry. A huge majority of them are beautiful artists, and they make unbelievable products and scents and creations, but they don't know how to run a business, and they learn and figure it out as they go. Nate, Hannah, fortunately have an understanding of business, and they move very wisely with their investments. They would have never done anything that was all in or make or break it. They were going to make this a positive no matter which way it panned out. So, yeah, great, very intuitive question there. And I love this comment so much. Brian says, market as unscented as matches what's in beard. I like that. But Brian, I'll even take it a step further, and I just thought about this. There's got to be some kind of slogan on the play on what's in beard, but it's the concept of the food, the stuff that you're getting out. Like, what's in beard? Well, we'll fix it for you, and having that kind of angle. I love that.
And the coolest part about this experience too so far is just seeing the responses, seeing the comments, seeing some of the ideas, because this is one thing that you will see an ad for. We've done no advertising to this date yet. You haven't seen like a Johnnie Ray Facebook ad or Instagram ad or anything like that.
Not yet.
Exactly right. But this is something, and the reason for that is because I didn't feel like we had the right what's the word for it? Like, I know what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it. If that's it. And
you do it right.
Right. I didn't want to just limp in or, kind of throw some things together and say, hey, this is who we are, and go with it. The first impression for us is a pretty big deal. So I think with these beard wipes, we're going to have a really cool way to, introduce the products or, this product into the market and have fun with it. That's another thing. There's a lot of opportunity for fun.
I love Nate said he's at a craft show in Nashville and somebody came up and he follows me on YouTube. Really cool. And he gave some love to Johnnie Ray.
That's what's up, Corey. Hope you guys are crushing it out there.
So Bearded Avs fans, hopefully that's not the Avalanche. We're Red Wings fans over here, buddy, but I'm just kidding. And he says, in the future, any thoughts to, and guys, we're getting out of here literally in the next 2 or 3 minutes, so thank you for hanging on with us. Any plans possibly for bulk, 50, 100 in the future?
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to kind of test the waters at the smaller introductory price, but or options, but 100%. I could see like a one a day for the next year type of why not have one purchase? You don't have to worry about it. You got one for every single day.
Love it. And Avs, I'm just, it's fun sports banter. I do think the greatest fights in hockey history were between the Avalanche and the Red Wings in the golden era with Osgood and Patrick Waugh meeting at half and that whole squad. And, oh, man, just unbelievable. Darren McCarty, unbelievable era. And then final question, and guys, feel free to reach out to Johnnie Ray. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. Do you ship with USPS, Nate?
Correct. We do.
There you go. Yep, there you go. Okay. Oh, I've seen it, Avs fan. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. Well, you guys, thank you for tuning in. That was actually the perfect amount of time. I had kind of figured it'd be about that long. And I'm glad we were able to answer some of these questions. I'm sincerely glad, whether it came from positive or negative intentions for people that had questions and concerns. There's nothing hidden here. There is nothing that is like, oh, don't look at this. Open book. If you need anything, reach out. We'd be happy to help. No one has to buy these. But if it seems like it's a fit in your life, give them a try. And also, if you want to win some, we're giving away a 25-pack a day in my Facebook group. So go check out the Facebook group. We're giving those away. Who knows? Maybe orders in the nearest future might be seeing some samples in their Johnnie Ray order. You never know. You never know what could happen.
There might have been some that have got slipped in before this thing even got launched.
So they might be on the way.
It did. They're on the way.
They might be on the way, people. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. I love it. Well, Nate, you've got the stage. You got the platform. Any last words for all of our friends out there?
Just one last tremendous thank you for keeping me busy, for keeping us going, for just all of the support and love. The Blue Tansy collection, like Dan mentioned, if you haven't tried it, give it a look. I didn't understand that a product collection could have that type of impact, and we have gone through that more than anything tenfold over. So it is it's something that we're really excited to expand on. And then, like I said, with the wipes, the innovation, it's just what we're trying to do with this industry is see where we can make the biggest dents. And obviously our consumers and customers and friends, you guys are the ones that are going to reap the benefits of said innovation. So
boom. Ginger beards unite. Remember when we had a guy on the stream who said he's never seen a ginger beard before? He thought beards were dying. I still think about that on a daily basis. Like, I saw one at the gas station today. What are you talking about? I love it. This is so fun. All right, guys. We will see you on Monday. It is Nate's best friend, Corey, with Weatherbeard on the stream. We are giving away, what was it, Nate? Like 1,500?
1,500. It's like an insane
giveaways.
amount. Just an insane amount. I talked to him. I was like, yo, did you accidentally put a 0 or an extra 0 on some, like things? Right. He's like, nope, that is
you okay?
Legit. That's
Check
legit.
on Corey. Jeez.
No, he is showing up and he's throwing it down with that plus a massive like 30 to 50% or something, 54 or so. It's a big sale. It's a massive sale. So.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you on Monday, y'all. But, guys, for real, have a great weekend. Go spend some time with the people you want to and eat some dang good food. You deserve it, baby. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Yeah, and then clean up afterwards. I wasn't even getting it. But eat some good food, you guys. Go to the grocery store. What? No. Go treat yourself. Go to a restaurant. All right, guys. Please stay bearded. Stay positive.